It's a review. What's up, everybody? Frank Giovetti here with B Frank Brands. It's a review. We're talking about the highly anticipated The Last Dance from ESPN, featuring the Chicago Bulls of the 1990s. So I don't know about you, I was really excited for this show because it brings me back to my earliest sports memories of sitting down on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, Dad grilling up some steaks, and watching the Bulls dominate the NBA, specifically the Utah Jazz, in the finals. As for episode 1, we've got two storylines introduced to us. Number 1 being the superstar of superstars, the greatest basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan, his rise to fame, his notorious work ethic starting at UNC, getting drafted by the Bulls. And we've also got the inner turmoil of the dynasty, the egos in play, Jerry Kraus, the general manager, wanting to put his imprint on the franchise while Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, and the gang were the ones actually winning the championships. The first thing I was reminded of, which I was young at the time so I didn't have a full grasp on, was the utter dominance and celebration of this dynasty, not only within the United States, not only within the NBA community, but worldwide. The Bulls take a trip to Paris, France for exhibition games, and they are mobbed by reporters and fans and photographers. This team was as polarizing as anybody had ever seen. Michael Jordan quickly became an international icon, not only based on his team's success, but also based on the success of his pioneering personal brand with Air Jordan that we all know today. This was the first of its kind, and it paved the way for athletes, celebrities, and influencers, as we know, to capitalize on their name and likeness. In a time where personal brands are exploding in 2020, I think we really have to look back on the way that Michael Jordan and Nike handled his promotion, because they really put him on a platform to reach different audiences and to showcase more than just his basketball skills. Another amazing feature of this documentary was seeing the change in demand locally and internationally for the Chicago Bulls franchise. You gotta understand, people were choosing to go to a no longer existing soccer league game over Bulls games before Michael Jordan got there. Based on the success of the Bulls over the past couple seasons, they better hope that Chicago Sting team doesn't come back, but that's neither here nor there. Alright, so as for the juicy part of the documentary, the part that brought all the buzz to this show before it was released, all the talk leading up to it was about the infighting, it was about the egos, it was about finally being able to get a glimpse of why this dynasty was deconstructed. So it's pretty clear from the onset that Jerry Kraus, the acting general manager at the time, is going to be painted as the villain here as he strained ties with Phil Jackson, thereby straining ties with the franchise and Michael Jordan. So I've never met the guy. I've done very little reading on his background and his role in this prior to the documentary. I do think it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out between the relationship of him and Phil Jackson and him and Michael Jordan. It seems that all the tension and frustration stems from a comment made into the media about the importance of an organization versus coaches and players. I'll let you kind of determine where you fall on that spectrum. Regardless whether it's true or false, it was probably a bit unnecessary to say during the greatest sports dynasty that the world has ever seen. And then again, he invited everybody to his birthday party except Phil Jackson, which is really childish. I don't know, it's got all the undertones of little man syndrome, but we'll just see. Lastly, all the buildup was about Michael Jordan and how this documentary was going to come out and show him as a really bad teammate. I didn't see as much of that through this first episode. Now, it may be coming in later episodes. The only thing that bugged me was something that happens often in sports locker rooms, is that moment when he was in the locker room in Paris and he was saying, "This is what it feels like to be a champion for all you guys." And I don't know, I mean, it's Michael Jordan, so most people are going to give him a pass, and you know, there are people everywhere in sports locker rooms who are saying that. It gave me the feeling like, really, guy, like you should be a little bit bigger than this. But clearly, after all the things he had done for the franchise, for the team, for his teammates, he clearly felt challenged. He felt threatened by the general manager. He felt threatened by the circumstances in a situation that he really shouldn't have felt that way. So overall, I thought it was great. We heard the Bulls walkout theme song that will forever be etched in my memory as the coolest walkout song in the history of sports. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode, episode 2 I will post. I look forward to hearing your thoughts as well. Really want to chat about what you think about it, about your reflections, whether you grew up through that time and you were a Bulls fan, or you were watching the Bulls from the outside, or you're just seeing it from the first time. Let me know. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for checking out this review. I'm going to be reviewing the whole series as I really enjoy what's going on. I do reviews for books and movies as well. Please check them out below on my YouTube.